From Markiplier warning his audience about the massive honey scam 6 years ahead of time,
there's some shady shit going on. I can't put my finger upon it.
to unmasking a shady influencer project.
Just on the first launch between ETH and Zoo, people bought $2.5 million worth of eggs in the first day.
These are the unbelievable times when YouTubers were right all along. Starting with Markiplier, who spent a few minutes during a 2019 stream to vent about a product that every YouTuber except him was promoted.
I don't know why, but I naturally distrust honey.
With honey being a free browser extension promising to help people save money, Markiplier went on to explain his doubts about it.
My gut tells me that nothing in life is free. So where's all these savings coming from? They push so much advertising on YouTube. They do brand deals with other YouTubers.
Despite admitting that honey might turn out to be fine, Moore couldn't bring himself to trust it.
I got no problem with like the concept of an app that like clips coupon codes for you. That's great. That sounds great on its surface, but there's some shady shit going on. They spend millions on advertising, and then people are getting money out of it, and then people are saving money out of it, and that makes sense, but the other part doesn't make sense, and then something's going on here. Where's all this money coming from?
Capping it off with a bold prediction.
I have a feeling there's gonna, in like a couple years, there's gonna be the great honey conspiracy of like 2022.
This would become eerily accurate in 2025, with Czech reviewer Megaleg being the first YouTuber to expose the ugly truth.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but your favorite influencers sold you a lie. Honey is a scam, and the majority of claims promoted by those influencers aren't even remotely true.
The scam affected both the user and the content creator. The user would always get the worst possible discounts, while the creators would lose affiliate revenue to Honey. Once Megaleg sold out, other YouTubers stepped forward too, including tech reviewer Marcus Brownlee, who would also explain the scam and credit Mark for getting it right all along.
Very few people anyway had been aware of all the shady stuff that they were doing, or we never would have worked with them. Like, there was a hilarious clip of Markiplier from like 4 years ago being very suspicious of them.
Mark admitted that while he knew something was wrong, the extent of the scam still shot him.
I had no idea that it was as bad as it was. I just knew that it didn't feel right. I never took a honey deal because I didn't trust it.
Markiplier has every reason to feel smug about his prediction, much like YouTuber Polyactyl, who exposed primitive technology channels in his most viewed video ever.
Just like Santa Claus and the Queen of England, primitive technology channels are a lie.
Backing his claim by pointing out inconsistencies with primitive tech videos.
This dude is using a stick to carve out this giant hole, which leaves very small marks in the dirt. And if you look above, you see these really big, wide marks, something that a shovel would make.
He then points out the evident excavator tread marks in the video, further proving the use of machinery behind the scenes. But that wasn't all, as the inconsistencies with nature kept adding up.
What's this? He's splitting bamboo with a hatchet? Hatchets do not pop up in nature, all right? Have you ever seen a field of hatchets? Me neither.
Putting a final nail in the coffin by highlighting the scheme behind these channels.
Either like the village or some company came in, they hired a team, and just every once in a while, they said, hey, stop working. We're going to have this dude come out and hit it with a stick a couple times.
Since then, many YouTubers have exposed the truth about primitive technology channels in recent years, prompting people to appreciate Polyactyl can gloat about being right, much like investigative YouTuber CoffeeZilla, who would get hit with a lawsuit after exposing a shady crypto influencer scam. On December 17th, 2022, investigative YouTuber CoffeeZilla would release a gripping 3-part series titled Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam.
How much did you guys make from CryptoZoo?
I lost around $50,000 in CryptoZoo.
I lost $40,000.
I lost around $15,000 US.
I lost $25,000.
$120,000.
$500,000 Australian, which is $500,000 in CryptoZoo.
Just as everyone expected, Logan Paul did not react to the criticism well, and released a now-deleted 30-minute video attacking CoffeeZilla.
CoffeeZilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. I got everything stolen from me in our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself and your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it.
Trying to silence an investigative reporter is a massive sign that you've done some illegal shady ass shit. Logan seemed to realize that too, apologizing just a few days later.
CoffeeZilla is not a criminal. I called him, I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire, an ego flare, whatever it is.
Alongside a bold promise to refund every penny he owed.
I am personally committing 1,000 ETH to this, which is about $1.3 million.
But a year later, it would be uncovered that this so-called refund had an outrageous condition attached to it.
Logan Paul is refunding people he scammed if they promise to stop suing him for the vastly larger amount he may owe them.
To this day, Logan Paul is yet to refund the victims of CryptoZoo. But if CoffeeZilla set out to prove that Logan Paul's true intentions had been to scam his followers all along, the Sidemen can pat themselves on the back after warning their fans of a scam. In 2025, the Sidemen charity football match was taking place in Wembley, featuring popular YouTubers like Kai Cenat and Logan Paul, causing the tickets to be in hot demand. But in the months leading up to their event, the group became aware of a disturbing activity. Bots and fake accounts are claiming to sell charity match tickets. These are most likely scams. People were grateful for the timely announcement. Surprisingly, this wasn't the first time the Sidemen had to deal with ticket trouble around our annual event, with the 2024 edition affected as well.
We check on eBay. People are reselling.
I really dislike the fact that people have thought, there's a charity event, let me go and buy a ticket
disgusting.
so I can sell it to make 10 times the price of the ticket for myself.
Among the many stars who took to the field in 2025 was Mr. Beast, who had been a subject of Sony V2, who would face a wave of hate after refusing to bow to cancel culture. On April 13th, 2023, drama YouTuber Sunny V2 would come under public scrutiny after releasing a video titled, "How will the Chris Tyson situation impact Mr. Beast?"
The Chris Tyson situation could become a complete disaster for Mr. Beast's brand. Jimmy has no option but to publicly express acceptance of Chris's transition, as silence or even worse, disapproval would come with obvious severe repercussions. However, in accepting Chris's transition, Jimmy implies that this will be the new normal within the content, thus annoying a different group of people, many of whom will never express their true feelings and may rather simply click on fewer Mr. Beast videos. If this is the case, Jimmy has no option but to accept this fate, as removing Chris from the videos in any kind of way could create an even more severe media firestorm.
This sparked a wave of backlash, not only from the internet, but also from Mr. Beast himself. Yeah, this is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare, he's my friend, and things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off. But despite the immense criticism the video generated, Sunny V2 refused to apologize or back down from his initial stance till 2024, when Chris would be accused of inappropriate behavior with underage individuals. Proving him right, this prompted Mr. Beast to change his tone and set the record straight. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Avid Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts.